1 2 1 2 check 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 1 2 1 2 boom 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 boom. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Shannon Show. Today is Wednesday, May 14th. I made it in. I managed somehow to still make it in. Hope everybody's doing all right today. I might keep it short. I'm a soul survivor. Mhm. I'm a soul survivor. 1 2 1 2. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, today was a long, long day. A long, long day. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Kim? How you doing now? Mm-hmm. Hey, Gracie. Miss Kim Bling Bar. You doing all right today, Kim? So this week has been Sweets and Snacks Convention. There was a lot of cool stuff I saw they had out. Mm, 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 mm. So, it's Gracie. Somehow Gracie managed to find her way up here with me on the stream. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, hello, Mama. How you doing? I finally got on here. I appreciate it, Kim. Liked and shared. Thank you so much. Soul Survivor. Yep, the Sweet and Snacks Convention has been a whole lot of sweets and snacks. I saw Haribo, they make the gummy bears. I saw Ferrero Share. Who else? I got them. Matter of fact, I got them on my phone. I got them on my phone. In my father's house. Let's see here. So, of course, I got loads and loads of pictures. Good. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, of course, Eminem had his stuff. It was crazy. I saw a lot of stuff from Eminem, Nerds. Of course, the Hostess had a bunch of stuff. Let's see, Welch's. Boy, it's just crazy how much stuff I saw. Lots and lots of candy and snacks. There was a bunch of candy I wanted to get my hands on too. Gotta get my hands on. Kim saying hello, Shannon's mom. Mom saying hello back. Yep, that sweet snacks. Yeah. I think next year they'll be in Vegas. So this is last year to be here. So they switching off. They'll be in Vegas next year. hmm Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas. hmm Yep. I saw a bunch of beef jerky. I saw tons of beef jerky. I don't. There was a brand called Archer I never heard of. Of course, there's the what's that? Sasquatch, the Bigfoot. Oh, I saw a bunch of the mascots. I saw the Crustable mascot. I saw the Dole mascot. It was a banana, Haribo, the bear, golden bear, yellow bear with a red bow tie. Um, I saw the actual nerd mascot. There was a bunch of food mascots there. Oh, I saw the Tootsie Roll mascot and the Mr. Owl from the Tootsie Pop commercial. I saw a bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, I saw somebody sent me a picture of what Chester Cheeto. Somebody else had a picture with Captain Crunch. I don't know how I missed Captain Crunch. Well, it was such a big event. It was a lot of space to cover. I tried to cover as much space as I could in my short time frame. But yeah, I saw bunches of lots and lots of candy, cotton candy. Yep. And then plus, like they had a shelf, a display, uh, showing all the winners whose candy won in the competition. But yeah, you see a lot of foreign candy, American candy. It's just crazy. It's like confection, national confection, whatever you call it, national confection. It's amazing how much candy people made. I mean, this is like people from all over the world. Somebody was there from it was from different countries too. There was all the chocolates. Bailey's was there. Bailey's chocolate was there. Bailey's. Who else? Of course, M&M's, Snickers, uh, Skittles. The new Skittles out dry, um, freeze dry Skittles, which I thought was something new gonna come out soon. Later, it's at the store. I saw it at the store. The Skittles freeze dry popped. I got the sour and original. That sour is really sour, but it's like you bite down on it's real crunchy. It's not. It's real light when you crunch down on it, and you start biting down on it. It don't take long to disappear. I saw a lot of the freeze dry stuff. I was like, my gosh, boy, everybody really up on that freeze dry stuff. So plenty of freeze dry candy, um, lots of beef jerky, popcorn, chocolate candy, or a lot of suckers and stuff. Charms was there. Who else was the people that did Sasquatch? Oh, Old Trapper, another company that makes beef jerky. Their stuff is really, really good. I like Old Trapper. But I tell you, you get to chewing and chewing on that beef jerky, boy, where your jaws. It actually ain't bad, but you know, I should start making my own beef jerky. Mm-hmm. And so it was Trapper. Old Trapper was there. Who else? Let's see here. Nintendo Candy was there. Nintendo had some stuff. Who else? Welch's, of course. Let's see. Welch's. Hostess. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Kit Kat. Can't get back. Get back. Mm-hmm. You got a friend in me. Are you still saying I am me? Now it's us. Now it's we. Oh, saw dill pickle. A bunch of dill pickle stuff. Like my gosh. Oh yeah, I saw a bunch of Jelly Belly stuff there. Jelly Belly was all there. Of course, they got that bamboozle game wheel. Spin the wheel. You spin the little wheel, and then whatever flavor it lands on, you gotta eat it. Because those flavors they had was like vomit, I think burnt rubber, grass, green grass, whatever. Uh, one tastes like butter popcorn. Um, I heard they got some new flavors, but these bamboozle flavor. Yeah, Bazooka Joe. Yeah, Bazooka Joe is there. I got a snapshot with Bazooka Joe. I like Bazooka Joe. Let's see here. Bamboozled Jelly Bellies. Here we go. Bamboozled Jelly Belly flavors. Here we go. Yeah, Tutti Frutti, lawn clippings, lime, stinky socks, rotten egg, butter popcorn, toothpaste, blueberry, barf, peach, canned dog food, chocolate pudding, booger, juicy pear, moldy cheese, caramel corn, baby wipes, coconut, skunk spray, and licorice. I tried all those flavors. Jelly Belly Bean Boozled. Oh, well, I got to see some other new flavors. Liver and onions. Old bandage. Pomegranate corns, rotten egg. Let's see here. Toasted marshmallow, stink bug, dirty dishwater, birthday cake, dead fish, strawberry banana smoothie. I'm telling you, let me actually go to Jelly Belly. Yeah, Jelly Belly make a lot of flavors. Here we go. Butter popcorn. Yeah. Jellybelly.com. Explore Jelly Belly. The original gourmet jelly bean. Create brand new flavors by combining two or more Jelly Belly flavors. Oh, wow. Jelly Belly recipes, flavor guide, view flavors. Here we go. See all flavor collections. Oh, they got flavors 7 Up. Let's see here. Barbie flavors, Christmas mix flavors, soda pop shop flavors. Here we go. 7 Up, A&W cream soda, A&W root beer, Dr. Pepper, Orange Crush, Grape Crush, sour flavors, sour apples, sour cherry, sour grape, sour lemon, sour orange, spring mix flavors, blueberry, cantaloupe, cotton candy, island punch, lemon lime, lemon, pink grapefruit, pina colada, sun kissed tangerine. So let's see here. Sun kissed pink grapefruit, sun kissed tangerine. Sugar-free assorted flavors: sugar-free cherry, sugar-free sizzling cinnamon, sugar-free green apple, sugar-free juicy pear, sugar-free lemon, sugar-free licorice, sugar-free pineapple, sugar-free butter popcorn, sugar-free strawberry, sugar-free tangerine. Tropical mixes: blueberry, cantaloupe, coconut, crushed pineapple, green apple, island punch, kiwi, and lemon lime. Strawberry daiquiri, top banana. Banana, no, Valentine mix, strawberry cheesecake, cotton candy, bubble gum, coconut, very cherry. Mm, mm. It's just amazing to me how they get the flavors. The jelly beans actually taste like the flavors of whatever what they are really are. Like that stinky socks. I remember actually eating it. I don't know how they actually got it to taste like stinky socks, but they did it. Barbie flavors, Christmas mix flavors. Here we go. Cocktail classic flavors: gin and tonic, margarita, mimosa, mojito, Moscow Mule, pina colada, pomegranate cosmos, strawberry daiquiri. Oh wow, Cold Stone. That's ice cream place. I still have all these years I passed by. I never actually gotten an ice cream from them. I don't think Cold Stone ice cream. They got The flavors are our strawberry blonde, apple pie a la Cold Stone, mint chocolate chip birthday cake remix, chocolate devotion, fruit bowl flavors blueberry, coconut, green apple, juicy pear, lemon lime, sun kissed lemon peach, pomegranate plum, watermelon, Hot Wheels flavor, jewel Christmas, jewel very cherry, green apple, red apple, coconut. Mm. It's a lot of flavors. Bamboozled. Bamboozled. I'm trying to find Bam. Here we go. Bean boozled. Bean boozled fiery 5 1.6 or ounce flip top box. Bean boozled jelly bellies. Here we go. The seventh bag, seventh edition. $3.99. Features 20 flavors of jelly beans, 10 weird and wild flavors that look identical to 10 classic delicious flavors. Here it is: burnt rubber, licorice, wet dog, top banana, stink bug, toasted marshmallow, the livers and onions, barf, peach, dead fish, stinky socks, old bandage. Mm-hmm. Mm. Bean Boozled Easter jelly. Jelly, let's see here. What flavors are there? Burnt rubber. Okay, I read those. Same flavors. Taste the truth game. Wow, 38. Harry Potter Birdie Bots. Every flavor beans. Wow. But yeah, they make a lot of flavors. That's for sure. I wonder how long it take them to get the flavor just right. Harry Potter, Hattie Potter, Harry Potter. So, yep. But yeah, so that's Jelly Belly. But what else? I'm trying to think. Of course, Skittles, the dry, freeze dry stuff. But I didn't see the regular Skittles. I think it'd be cool. Skittles made like bubble gum. I saw. Yes, it would be cool. Skittles make some bubble gum Skittles. I saw M&Ms. I saw Hershey. I saw the sign, but I didn't see what all they had. Hershey. I like those little Hershey Kisses. Was Christmas time. They put them in. They chocolate, but they wrap them up. The labels, the covers, the little foil, like be green or red or silver or whatever. I think Hershey's. Dun, 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 dun. I like that Hershey's commercial. It comes out every Christmas. The Hershey's are like little bells playing. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And at the end, one of the Hershey's go after they finish playing. We wish you a Merry Christmas or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm trying to think. It was so much. The place was packed. People just all over. You think you're out of the way, somebody right up under you walking. That's the thing about these conventions. These people start walking. They so busy on their phone, but it's like they out on the street. They don't pay attention. If you don't get out their way, they'll run over because they're not paying attention where they're going. Because they're so busy either talking so much or they on their phone, or they on their phone with the speaker on, speakerphone on, out in the open. Ugh. Mm, 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 mm. Closer. But yeah, this is yeah, but Sweet and Snacks is a really good show. hmm People get to show off new stuff every year. They do it. They show off their stuff, and people get to try it too, which is cool. I saw what was it? Now last year, I remember Doritos came out with some beef jerky. Doritos had a thing of beef jerky, which I thought was cool. I still never got a chance to try it from last year. Doritos beef jerky. Doritos, Doritos beef jerky. Yep. Beef jerky, Doritos spicy sweet chili beef jerky, barbecue beef jerky. Mm, yeah, so Doritos, Jack Links and Doritos teamed up. That was last year. But yeah, it is. Is beef jerky an unhealthy snack? Store bought beef jerky is often highly processed. Eating large quantities of processed meat over time can increase the risk of health problems. Beef jerky is a savory, protein rich, and low carb snack full of other essential minerals and is nutritious in moderation. Eating excessive amounts of beef jerky can lead to several health issues, primarily due to its high sodium content and the fact that it's processed red meat. This can cause bloating, weight gain, and increase the risk of chronic diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. Yeah, high sodium. Mhm. Mm-mm. Like I know a lot of people I work with, they love drinking those Red Bulls or Monster drinks all the time. I did it one time, like back in 2000. We were working 2001 somewhere, and I remember working, and they had them out. So I just took it. I drank one, maybe one or two, and right then and there that day, I couldn't believe how much sugar and stuff was in that. I caught that myself. I said from that day I didn't drink no more. I couldn't believe all that how much sugar that thing was loaded with. I cut myself off from that. I'm off drinking Red Bull. Yep. I know people they just love those Red Bull. They need gives them energy and stuff. Ain't doing. Let me see. I don't Red Bull. So Red Bull. Yes, Red Bull energy drink contains a significant amount of sugar. A 16-ounce can of Red Bull contains approximately 52 grams of sugar. This is more than the recommended daily limit of added sugar for adults. Red Bulls also offer sugar-free and zero sugar versions as alternatives. I never get that when they say sugar-free. Is it really sugar-free or diet Pepsi or diet soda? Is it really more sugar in there or when they say diet? Mm. Compared to other drinks, Red Bull's sugar content is comparable to other popular drinks like cola and apple juice. Health considerations: consuming excessive amounts of sugar can be negative. It can have negative health effects such as weight gain. Sugar-free alternative: Red Bull offers sugar-free and zero sugar versions, which are a healthier alternative for those concerned about the sugar content. Hmm. How much sugar is in a can of Red Bull? One 8.4 fluid ounces can of Red Bull contains 27 grams of sugar. Hmm. Red Bull monster drinks. I don't think I maybe had a monster maybe one time, but uh-uh. I know people use it help give them energy, whatever them energy drinks. I don't like them. Mm-mm. I But I haven't touched a red no kind of energy drink since like that back in 2000 2001. That Red Bull, that was too much. I just couldn't believe when I was just drinking it and just sugar. So, But yeah, Diet Coke and somebody was telling me while I heard this. Somebody said one of those water bottle companies they purposely put something in there to make you thirsty to make you wanting to drink more of that water. Somebody was saying it was one of them companies, but they purposely put some kind of ingredient in the water to make you purposely keep wanting to drink the water or something, whatever bottled water they put out. But ain't no telling, And I learned 2 years ago. My grandma told me, she said years ago that she told me this. Yeah, all that dye stuff ain't good for you. At first I heard it, I was trying to figure out what she, then I got it, what she was saying. Yeah, I look at those, I was telling somebody, I think I was telling somebody today at work or yesterday, what grandma said, and I see it because, like those Lucky Charms, all those, it's real good, you eat it, but look at all the stuff they putting in it that dye, just what all the catch to it, those marshmallows, purple, purple hearts, whatever, purple hearts, green clovers, whatever. All that stuff is dye. Mm-hmm. Like I think I've heard like crab meat people eat. I think it's dyed too as well. They color it red or whatever. Crab meat. They color it red or whatever when you buy it from the store. It's colored. They color it red or whatever. But yeah, it's like man. Cause yeah, Lucky Charms use all those marshmallows in it. A lot of off-brand like Aldi's cereal, like have those anything with those colored marshmallows dye stuff. I know it's not good, but I know somebody was saying. I think I'm reading some of the companies gonna stop putting dye in their food and stuff. Color dye, It's like, damn. Let me see. Good old dye in food. Oops, dye. Color dye. In food coloring, yeah, color additives in foods. July 6, 2023, FDA regulations require evidence that a color additive is safe at its intended level of use before it may be added to foods. What are the side effects of blue one dye? Blue one dye, also known as brilliant blue, FCF, can cause allergic reactions in sensitive individuals with symptoms including skin rashes, hives, and nasal congestion. Wow. Is red dye 40 allowed in organic? These are the ingredients which, by law and according to the United States Department of Agriculture, are not allowed into the production of foods that are made organically. High fructose corn syrup, artificial colors and dyes, red 40, yellow 5, and asper, aspartame, aspartame, tama, aspartame. What does blue one do to the human body? Wow, blue one. Mm-mm. Let's see here. Lucky Charms. Food dye. General Mills has been put on notice. Remove dyes from Lucky Charms. December 4th. Oh, wow, 2024, my birthday. In 2015, General Mills removed all artificial dyes from tricks in America, but then turned around, put the dyes back in 2 years later. Do marshmallows have red dye 40? Yes, red dye 40 or red 40 is often used to color marshmallows, especially when they are pink or red. Kraft Jet Puff marshmallows and Lucky Charms marshmallows are examples of marshmallows that contain red 40. Some brands like Dandy's vegan marshmallows avoid using artificial dyes, including red 40. Why Chalk Zero will never use red dye 40. What popular foods have red dye 40? Cakes and frostings, pastries, cereals, candy and gum, yogurt, pudding, gelatins, ice cream. Hmm. Wow, that's crazy. It's saying, oh, red dye 40 of food coloring has been linked to several potential health effects in humans through more research. Though more research is needed, it may accelerate immune system tumor growth in mice and can cause hypersensitivity reactions in some individuals. Additionally, it may trigger hyperactivity and other behavioral issues in children. Some studies suggest it may damage DNA and contribute to low grade inflammation in the colon, potentially increasing the risk of colon cancer. What? Good. Good. So ice cream got. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Do Oreos have red dye 40? No. No, standard Oreos do not contain red dye 40. However, some limited edition or special flavors may contain red dye 40, like the winter Oreos or Oreos with blue with berry fillings. To be certain, always check the ingredient list on the packaging. That's the thing. That's the thing I always wonder about food packages when I go to the store and look at the labels. Are the ingredients everything they say on there? Are they lying, or are they really telling the truth when they say the ingredients, all the ingredients in there, or they not? They put some of the ingredients in there, not all of the ingredients. I'm wondering, how does that work? Is it required by law for them to put all the ingredients in their food, or they hide some stuff, or they say it's in there, or they say it's not in there, but really in there, or it's in there and not really in there, or it's in there and not really in there. I don't know, because I always wonder about that, because I've been doing that over the years. I look at the ingredients and what the stuff says on food, like when I'm at the store and I look it up. Take a look, trying to see what I'm eating. Like somebody was schooling me the other day. It's somewhere Amish place where they sell somewhere around here. They sell like the Amish food is like more organic. It doesn't have all that stuff they put into it. It's more expensive, I think, but it's a lot more healthier to eat the versus the stuff at like from that the store. So I guess the Amish stuff. Because somebody was telling me they bought like $100 worth of something, some food, and like somebody was telling me like wherever this place Amish place is, somebody was telling me they went. The person they know, whoever went and bought like about $1,000 worth of Amish food. So I'm saying like, so telling me the Amish food is, I guess, is better. Is Amish Is Amish food better? Whether Amish food is better depends on individual preferences and priorities. Amish food often emphasizes freshness, natural ingredients, and traditional recipes, which can be appealing to those seeking simpler, less processed options. However, the nutritional value and health benefits can vary depending on the specific dishes and how they're prepared. Here's a more detailed look: freshness and natural ingredients. Many Amish foods rely on farm fresh ingredients and often made with minimal additives or processing. Simplicity and tradition. Amish cuisine often focuses on traditional recipes passed down through generations, offering a taste of history and simplicity. Potential for healthier choices by emphasizing fresh, whole foods. Amish cooking can provide a foundation for a healthier diet, according to a National Institute's health study. Many Amish dishes are made from scratch, offering a level of quality that mass produced foods may not achieve. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Amish food. Mm. Do the Amish eat healthy? Despite their low observance of explicit preventative measures, many Amish do have natural active lifestyles, diets high in fruits and vegetables, though high in fats as well, comparatively low tobacco use, especially among women. I'm a soul survivor. Is Amish organic? Not all Amish food is organic. While some Amish farmers do practice organic farming, many still utilize conventional farming methods, including the use of pesticides and fertilizers. Amish foods are not required to be certified organic, so it's not possible to assume that just because a product is from an Amish farm, it's organic. Hmm. Free range chicken raised in Amish farms are often labeled as free range, meaning they have access to the outdoors, but this doesn't necessarily equate to organic. Mm-mm. And that's the thing too, like in stores, you see it says range free eggs or like chickens or whatever. I wonder, is it really true when even though it's stamped on there, but is it really true? Range free eggs and like range free chicken packs at the store. Mm-mm. So Survivor. Mm, yeah, yep. Organic food. Dun, 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 dun. We all read. But yeah, that's crazy. All that stuff. It's like you see stuff processed, processed food, uh, all the time. Like I was hearing too, you shouldn't eat too much, like tuna or whatever, because you should only eat so much amount of tuna as well. But I think I read that somewhere what tuna contains and stuff. Like I like tuna, but you shouldn't really, like eat too much of it. Tuna. Boom, 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 boom. Hmm. How many times a week should you eat eat tuna? For healthy adults, it's generally recommended to eat tuna two to three times per week. This recommendation is based on the FDA and the EPA advice on mercury levels in fish, which aim to help individuals get the benefits of fish while minimizing mercury exposure. The FDA and the EPA advise adults to eat 3 to 5 ounces, 85 to 140 grams of fish 2 to 3 times a week. This can include canned light tuna. Types of tuna. Canned light tuna is generally considered best choices and it's fine to eat 2 to 3 times per week. Albacore tuna, which is higher in mercury, should be consumed in moderation. Mercury considerations. While tuna is while tuna is a good source of nutrients, it's important to be mindful of mercury levels, especially for pregnant women and those who might become pregnant. Individual needs. The optimal amount of tuna to eat can vary depending on individual factors such as age, weight, and health status. Mm, 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 mm. How many times a week can you eat fresh tuna? Try to avoid eating albacore or yellowfin tuna more than once per week. Refrain from big eye tuna as much as possible. Mm, mm, mm. Man, I just never thought about. I guess so too. With ice cream with dyes in it. Ice cream. Hmm. Does ice cream have red 40? Yes. Many ice cream flavors, particularly those with a bright red hue, may contain red dye 40. Ugh. Red dye 40 is a synthetic food colorant used to add red or pink color to various foods, including ice cream. I'm sitting now, it's just making me think because I haven't been to Baskin Robbins in a couple of years. I used to go to Baskin Robbins get all those different color flavors. Should have known better. Ice cream naturally that color, all those flavors. Mm, mm, mm. I did have a juicer where I was actually taking actual orange juices and putting it in the juicer and getting the juice straight from the actual fruit itself than like from the store, which I thought was a lot better, fresher too. Now I know Lincoln Square breakfast place, they actually have a juice making machine. You can see it make it, and the juice is actually fresh from real juice, orange juice. They cut it up and put it in a machine that squeezes out. That's the way to do it. Get it straight from the source than going through all the process, which I think is better, like strawberries, or grapes, fruits that's, just natural on their own, natural levels of sweetness or whatever, not processed. Mm. And I like a lot of times I've seen too, like what's that was it Grand National hot dogs that say they're kosher. They say survivor. Mm-hmm. I'm strong. Let's see. Kim says, "Uh oh." Kim says Knicks and Celtics are battling. If Knicks win tonight, they will meet the Pacers. Oh yeah, everybody keep talking about the Pacers. Meet the Pacers for the what? For the Eastern Conference Championship. Yeah, I guess the Pacers really. I know the Pacers really have to step it up now because they everybody know Caitlin Clark is coming back, so they really got to be on top of their game because Caitlin getting all the attention. They're like, we don't want Caitlin having all the attention. We want some attention too. Pacers. So the Pacers played yesterday, 114 and 105. The Cavs. Indy wins, so 4-1. 1. for the Eastern Conference Finals. Pacers pin winning script return to East Finals. So the Pacers going to the Eastern Conference Finals. My thing is, can they get to the championship? So survivor. Knicks win. Knickerbockers. Knicks in the let me see, Knicks and the Celtics. Celtics 84, Knicks 70. Third quarter. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left. James, I think Boston is going to win if they can hold the lead. So Knicks are 3-1, Celtics 1-3. Oh, so if they close, so the Knicks win this game, they'll close out and play the Pacers for the. It'll be game on again. Pacers, if that Knicks win it, it'll be a repeat. The Pacers and the Knicks. I remember Reggie Miller did that choke. Don't tell Grandmaster. I said that. I like when Reggie Miller did that choke with his hands around his neck, saying that the Knicks choked. The Knicks choked. Reggie turned around, shoot those 3-pointers in the clutch, and like he made so many 3-pointers within so many minutes too. And of course, Spike Lee down there. Mom said both teams are playing very physical. Oh, okay. But yeah, you know how Spike Lee be over there on the sideline. Reggie tormenting Spike. Now, somebody did it last year, like a tribute to Reggie for doing the choke. He said that's right. Reggie was rooting for, I don't know if it's Hallenberg or whoever it was. Reggie was rooting for whoever it was who did his choke, against the Knicks. Because, that's the arch rival. The Knicks and the Pacers don't like each other. They go at it, Knicks and the Pacers. Sure are, finally. But these last few days, all this week, I've been watching, listening to the news on YouTube. Shedeur Sanders, Shiloh Sanders, Jimmy Horn Jr., who's at rookie mini camp for the Panthers. So I'll be definitely watching the Carolina Panthers. So Cleveland Browns with Shedeur, Shiloh with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, of course, and Travis Hunter with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and down in Florida. So Travis and Shiloh both in Florida playing for Florida teams. And what's crazy is, Florida is where Deion is from, Deion Sanders. That's his hometown. And Shiloh playing for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Bucks, is where his coach, Warren Sapp, who's the coach for the Colorado Buffs, played for Tampa Bay. He played for Miami Hurricanes, and then he played for the Tampa Bay Bucks, Buccaneers. So I'm sure he's proud of that too. Warren Sapp. I like Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp. Yep, I like Warren Sapp. Sapp gone fishing. Prime time. So I know Deion is really happy with all his players. So it's Travis, Shedeur, Shiloh, Jimmy Horn, LaJohntay Wester, somebody else. It's like 6 players. So that makes Deion look really good. And that's really even more good marketing and make more players want to come to Colorado. They seeing Deion, got good players going out to the NFL. And this is only his second year with Colorado. So, the third year is going to be really good. And it's just attracting more people, it's really good. I think Deion trying to do like Nick Saban. really build it up. But I think Dion, because Dion, I think he's more on the up and up with his stuff. He wanted to do it right, make sure the students get the education and everything. Yeah, Deion Sanders. So that's just making his resume looking really good. Players who playing for Colorado now they going off to the NFL. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep, prime time. I'm just sitting here looking at a video of the prime Deion Sanders. This morning or last night, just in how really good it was. Because when he was in high school, he played for the major leagues. He sure did. He had a contract. He got paid. So he was playing, making money when he was in high school. Mm-hmm. And then, he went to college. That really helped get his stats up even more, make him even more valuable, get his stock up. Mm-hmm. Prime. Mm-hmm. Yep. I remember I was in high school. I remember my mama telling me Deion Sanders got an album out, song called "Must Be the Money." I thought it was funny. I remember watching the video when it came out. Must be the money. Because the original is a playoff from I forgot who does it. Must be the music. He's playing off of that, and MC Hammer produced the album, Deion Sanders album. It's crazy. You see Deion going as Falcons. See, Deion was playing baseball and football on both pro levels as a player. His contract set up, is so much time with the baseball team and so much time with the football team. Because there was one time, I think, in the same day, he had a baseball game. So he had to go and finish the baseball game, then hop on the plane and go play football for his football team. He was doing this like crazy. I was like, oh gosh. He got his name from his friends in high school because he was good at football, baseball, and basketball. Plus, he ran track too when he's at Florida State. Yeah, he was a track star too. Bo Jackson was too. I haven't seen nobody like Deion or Bo Jackson since. Two sport players who are really that good at both of them. Deion Sanders, I always liked Deion. I heard about Bo first before I did Deion Sanders. Prime time. But yeah, Deion just he's really a really valuable asset to Colorado. Got players going off to the NFL, took a school that was 1-11. Look what he's doing with it. All the money he's generating, got players going out to the NFL. And now that just makes it even more marketable, more attraction to the school. More people want to come play for Deion. Because they know Deion is the real deal, And the thing about Shador, again, he was, it's like they kept bringing it up, about his number. Like, I like how his older brother, Deion Sanders Jr., took his draft number 144 and made it and marketed it on his gear because older brother Deion Sanders Jr. has a company called his YouTube channel is Well Off Media, so he was there with Jackson State and he was there with Colorado, all the footage in the locker room. Deion Sanders Jr. Matter of fact, I saw him a few months ago at the Combine. I saw him and I spoke to him a little bit. Deion Sanders Jr. But he was really cool. But yeah, he got that Well Off Media. He is killing it. His YouTube channel, but get the footage of his brothers and everybody, Travers. But yeah, Deion Sanders Jr. Is doing it really big. But what I was saying with the 144 Shador's draft number is 144. He took it and put it on a jersey. He said it's like something about rejected. Those who, let's see here, 144 rejected. See, well off media. Hmm. Yeah, Deion Sanders, the rejected will be respected. Mm-hmm. 144. The rejected will be respected. When they showing it just shows you proof too, like Tom Brady was 199, but seventh round. So that show you it seemed like Shador is getting more. It seems like it's more attention on Shador, because Shador said he wasn't trying to prove the critics wrong. He was trying to prove himself right. So he said don't let him get into his mind space. He don't care about that stuff. Even the stuff with the prank, all of that, it didn't phase him. But like he's trying to say, because he didn't off the field and all this stuff had no bad stuff going for him. So it's like, and they keep saying like they trying to humble him, all this mess or whatever. So it's like it seems to me like they were talking about other players like who had bad stuff going for them. It's like I take it like it was more acceptable. Like some of the teams are willing to accept more of that bad stuff from players who done like you're talking about Baker Mayfield, whatever he done bad stuff. It's like they okay and cool with that, all that stuff, bad stuff, whatever. But like comparing like Shador, who didn't hasn't done any bad stuff. Oh, they just have a big problem with that. That's the mindset. But that's how they are. It's like the more money you got, if you're not like one of the bad ones or whatever, you're not accepted. If you're not on the dark side, if you haven't done some dirt, whatever, oh, you can't hang with us. And all. It's the same thing. Like it's like the same school mentality in middle school, high school, whatever. The bad, run with the bad, good, and hang out with the good. It's still the same thing, and it's just on a professional level. They paying a lot of players to play football. It's still the same thing. To me, it seemed like. It's like bad is good and good is bad. It's a bizarro world. Mm-hmm. you know. Mm-hmm. I know it's always comparisons. They talking about back and forth, the old school generation, the new school generation. But to me, it was just it was better. Cause now look at a lot of players the stuff the NBA players they wear on the basketball court. It look like they wearing their pajamas. It might as well be their pajamas from home. They might as well put on their pajamas and their slivers and play on the court. Yeah, they dressed up like they, just coming getting out the bed on the court. Now. That's what it seems like to me. Basketball, basketball, but it'll always be that ongoing thing about the old school and new school. Now, there's some players I like. Steph Curry, he ain't bad. I like him. See, I like him because his dad was Dale Curry, who played for the Charlotte Hornets, North Carolina team. He played with Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson. Dale Curry. Dale Curry was a bad player. He shoot those 3-pointers. So he's like from down south area. I think his wife went to Virginia. They met in Virginia somewhere, Virginia College, whatever school. Dale Curry and his wife. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and Steph Curry has a brother, Seth Curry, who was bad. I like Seth Curry, but I saw highlights when he was at stinking Duke. How Duke was down, and all of a sudden Seth just got hot and hit all those 3-pointers. That's the only thing I still I got a problem with. He played for Duke. He could have played for Carolina. Mm-hmm. Seth Curry. I haven't heard much about Seth Curry. He still might be in the league, but I know it's Steph Curry. And it seems like too nowadays everybody just want to shoot 3-pointers. I see that like shoot 3-pointers all the time. It's like because that was a time where you couldn't shoot 3-pointers in the NBA. But look at it now. Everybody and like I was hearing too, like the All Star this past months ago, the NBA All Star was wasn't up to par. It's like players didn't want to really defend each other and just play hard. Like when Michael and them, Kobe, they were playing the All Star, they were playing for real. They were trying to take you out. It was like they were playing soft this year in the NBA All Star. Like they buddies. I don't want to block my buddy. Take the ball. Just let him shoot the ball. Just throw it up. Like they put no real feeling into it. Because I know one time David Stern, when he was still the commissioner for the NBA years ago, he had stopped the slam dunk contest. Like the last contest I remember was like with Brent Barry, like back in Brent Barry won it in '96, Kobe won it in '97. I think, yeah, whatever. Then after that, they stopped it. David Stern stopped it because he said the players weren't being creative enough. The next thing I know, he came back. They brought it back in 2000, and that's when Vince Carter came back, done those killer dunks. I think ever since 2000, players really stepped it up, which is really good with the slam dunk contest. They really been put creativity in. Like Dwight Howard was another person who was real creative in the slam dunk contest, and that guy who's been winning like 3 years in a row now. Can't think of his name. But yeah, I think ever since 2000, the players just kept stepping it up. Like LeBron, he never got into the slam dunk contest. I thought he would have done it, but I used to look forward to seeing Michael and Dominique Wilkins and Spud Webb in that slam dunk contest, and Clyde Drexler back in like 87, 86, 87, the slam dunk contest. Yeah. 85 and 86, somewhere in there. It would come on TBS on Saturday. I remember me and my folks, we were down at the lake, Jordan Lake, fishing. We go fishing on Saturdays. Yeah, and I remember we were trying to get back. We were checking the time, trying to get back. My dad was checking the time to get back home and catch slam dunk contest on TBS. I know we were watching that time. So I remember we got in that Chevette, the orange car, that Chevette with the hatchback. We got on down the road back home. And I remember running into my room, turning on. My dad, he went in the room. He turned the TV on, or the living room. I know I was in my room. I turned on the TV, put it on TBS. I think TBS is channel 13. I think it's still channel 13. TBS. Let's see here. Let's see, TBS. I think it's channel 13. I remember TBS was channel 13, USA was channel 25, where it was, and then I think USA was channel 25, BET was channel 19. Oh boy, yeah, BET was channel 19. So it was HBO channel 7. Some HBO was channel 7. So it was channel 20, like Nickelodeon. Boy, it's coming back to me. I think channel 20 was Nickelodeon. But I think, yeah, USA was 25. BET was channel 19. I think HBO was channel 7. But I think TBS was channel 13. But I think channel 14 now, I know, is the news. Man. I think channel 26 was TNT. Channel 26 is TNT. Let me see. Let me see here. But I know channels have got switched around since then. I think, yes, Spectrum. Let's see. Let's see here. Spectrum channel lineup. Yeah, Durham. Yeah, I remember all. Yeah, and like I follow the food places on Instagram and Facebook. Like King Sandwich is a place I really like. Thing I remember about them was their chuck wagons. I used to get those chuck wagon sandwiches. It's still there, King Sandwich Shop. So I've been looking at all the old places and Durham places I remember, food places like Bullock's. Bullock's barbecue was really good. We used to go to Bullock's all the time. There was a place called Daryl's too. I remember it was the same as like my uncle's name. It was called Daryl's. We used to go there all the time. Like we go there. It's like for birthday. I remember like we took grandma there for a birthday. Grandma had that brown Eldorado by Cadillac. Yeah, and I got an old picture too, but I remember it was Daryl's. And it was really fun. And there's a picture where you see, I don't know who took the picture. It wasn't my mama, because you see me in the picture with my mama and my cousin. We in that picture. We down at Daryl's. They had some good steaks. They steaks were really good. I miss Daryl's. Yeah, they took it away. Oh, Daryl's was. We used to go there all the time. We'd go on the weekends, Saturday or whatever. But we all get ready. And there was Red Lobster. That Red Lobster was fun to go to out there that same way out there. And the thing I hated they took away was South Square Mall. I mean, now you still go out there to the area. They remodeled, they tore the mall down like back in the early 2000s, like 2002, 2003, wherever. But they replaced it. Of course, they got, I think Sam's is out there, Target is out there, but you still can go out there heading down the highway. You'll still see they still got this sign up says South Square Mall, which is really cool. I miss South Square Mall, Northgate Mall, But yeah, I got so many memories of home. I miss the Toys R Us. I don't. They might have turned into a Big Lots or something. I don't know. Oh, it's like a food place or something where that Toys R Us used to be. I remember the last time I went, me and my mom was over there by Target. And like it was a food place over there. I can't think of it. It's not Cookout. What's this? Kim put a link up. Yeah, open. Oh, you got a YouTube short, Kim? Okay. I'm not sure what I check it out. Yeah, it won't let me click on it. But yeah. But yeah, I actually got a picture of that Toys R Us when I went home like years ago, maybe back like 2013 somewhere. I got a picture. I remember just wanting to get a picture of how I would go, because when I go back home, I would drive around and get pictures of places, I remember. But Toys R Us, I remember started going to Toys R Us in the third grade. Clearly, it was third grade from there. I remember third grade at least. But yeah, I remember that Toys R Us. Circuit City was over there. Because I remember me and my mom went to Circuit City, and we got a VCR. I was in the fifth grade. I remember this first time. I remember us actually having a VCR. Went to Circuit City. She got a GE VCR. And the cool thing I remember about this GE VCR, I never seen nowhere else the technology. It was mind blowing. It was PIP. PNP, picture in picture. And that's the first time I ever saw a VCR with that, a picture in picture. So I can be looking at one channel while I got something else in the bottom of the other screen. I never seen that, until that. I don't know if they still have made VCRs like that now, or DVD recorders or players like that. But I remember I figured out, because that's what really stood out to me, that PNP, picture in picture. I figured it out real quick too. Yeah. And I remember I had a Kodak tape, and I remember I put the tape in and I recorded some music videos on there. It was full force, all in my mind. It was full force, like the first video I ever recorded ever. It was full force, all in my mind, and maybe some other videos. But I remember I played that video over and over because it was exciting to record, for me to do it, actually recording something on the VCR. Because my mom always recorded stuff, soaps on those Kodak tapes, and grandma was always there. There's always VCRs around, but I actually did it on my own. And I remember coming back home the next day from school. I was going to go back and play that tape of full force, all in my mind. It was got raced over. My mama raced over with soaps. I still remember that too. I don't know if it was General Hospital or All My Children, one of them. Yeah, I still remember it clear to this day. My stuff got raced over because the music video was the first thing on that tape. I remember it clear, so it wasn't hard to find it because I rewinded it, go right to the beginning. I just hit play and I just kept rewinding it back over and over and over with the VCR, and then it got erased over. Mama raced over my video for some soaps. Mm-hmm. My mama raced over my videos and everything. My mama raced over my stuff. My mama raced over my stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that, but the VCR was cool. We had that GE because I remember us renting a VCR. The first time we rented one, I was like in the second grade. I think it was either Blockbuster or what? No, it was City Stage or the Center Stage or whatever it was. It was a VCR rental place. Me and my dad, we went there, and I remember since we didn't have a VCR. I remember this VCR was really big and bulky. It was green. I thought it was exciting. You could rent. That was a cool thing. You could rent VCRs from the rental place, and plus the movies. So I remember we rented. It was DC Cab with Mr. T and Marshall Warfield in it. Bill Maher was in it. The guy who played Mojo, whatever, from Barney Miller. Irene Cara was in it. And then we also rented Transformers, like it was Transformers like from the first season or whatever, episode, just one episode. And also it was rented Beat Street. So it was those three tapes that we rented from that place. The Center Stage or City Stage or whatever, Center Stage or whatever it was, the VCR rental place. I thought it was like one of the coolest things to do was rent movies. I actually think that was fun. I wouldn't mind doing it because, as a matter of fact, I was at work talking to a lady. We were talking about how she said she missed Blockbuster. I said, hey, I miss Blockbuster too. And I always says, be kind, please rewind. I thought it was fun to go down the aisles and look for a tape. We go Blockbuster maybe on a Friday or something, or Saturday, go rent a movie or rent a game, a Nintendo game or Super Nintendo game, and have it for the weekend, have something to play with on the weekend, take it back on Sunday, go over to Friday, take it back on Sunday, It was like two or three Blockbusters in town. You can go rent them. I thought it was cool, open them big cases up, beat up cases, pulling the tapes out, putting it in the VCR and hear it, putting in there, the excitement of it, just written movies. I still remember that feeling. I still could get into it if they had movie rentals on VHS, but I know Goodwill has plenty of VHS tapes you can buy, which is really cool for dirt cheap VHS tapes. I still enjoy VHS. I got a VCR. It's like I can be just as happy with a VCR than I would with a DVD player, revert back to the old way, Of course, the technology wasn't advanced, but the fun factor is still there. VCR. I miss it, Setting the VCR. I remember my mom used to set VCR. You could set the timer on it to record shows. A little schedule. You go in there, put one show in one slot, then the second slot and everything, slot, set it, how to set a VCR programmer, I thought that was a big thing, programming a VCR to record your shows, And then there was a thing where learning how to dub VCR tapes, get one VCR and get another VCR, and then getting the right cables. I remember seeing the cables that had the gold connectors on it. Because it seemed like with the gold connectors, I think there was a better quality of cables, so you would get a sharper resolution of picture, Like there was a 4-head and 2-head VCRs. I was like, what is all this 4-head and 2-head? I don't know what that is. I was learning about that, But yeah, it was cool. VCRs, VCRs, like an artifact, It's a treasure. That's where it all started for me with a VCR. VCR, VCR saved so many lives back in the 80s. Record all your favorite TV shows. Catch those reruns of Sanford and Son and Good Times. They would show on WRAL TV 5. On every day it would come on. I think, let's see, I think People's Court would come on at 5 o'clock. I think the news would come on. Oh, wait. I think People's Court would come on at 5 o'clock. WTVD 11 News would come on at 6. Yeah, 6 o'clock news. So Judge Wapner would come on at 5. Seemed like Sanford and Son would come on at 5 o'clock too on WRL TV 5. And they would show every day. They would show reruns, and Andy Griffith as well would come on. I remember that, and I remember Dwayne from What's Happening. Haywood Nelson was downtown. Me and Grandma watching TV, clear as day. I was in the 3rd grade. I remember this. I got excited because he said, "Hey, I'm Haywood Nelson from What's Happening." He was downtown. So obviously it was shot. The video was shot earlier that day. He was down by the fountains downtown, like down by one of those buildings, but downtown where the fountains is. And Haywood Nelson, Dwayne from What's Happening, recorded. And I remember I got so excited, seeing that, And me and Grandma was watching it. I watched a lot of TV with Grandma, always watching her, with my cousins. But yeah, we used to watch. Grandma always had something move. She always had something going that TV because she had got that. They all. I remember my mom and them all pitched in to get Grandma that VCR for her birthday because I remember her talking to Uncle Dwight, asking if he wanted to chip in. Yeah, they all chipped in for that VCR, and I remember she had the RCA TV. It was a gray looking TV, silver, and like on the front of that TV. There's like a little door you can open it up. You put your hand on it and push it, open it, and pull it back to the left. It will open. You can push power to turn it on or change the channel. That RCA TV. Mm-hmm. It's like it's like everything never left for me. I can close my eyes. I can go. I know that house backwards and forward at Grandma's. I still, in my head, my mind, my memories, I still see the yard and where it is, even though it's all gone, but, the memory is there. And plus I got pictures, but I know that house backwards and forwards, the side, a gravel driveway, and that big tree right there in the yard. If you're going up the steps to the house, that big tree, it'll be on the right. It was big, like a big Christmas tree, it was a big old Christmas tree. And like Grandma put these what you call those little marble stones, those stones like for walking, to the house, like a little pattern, like from the drive up to the stairs, whatever, And Grandma had that swing as you go up on the stairs, and to the right, there's her swing. We all get on that swing and swing on it all the time. Mm-hmm. We be rocking on that swing, be flying. And like sometimes, Grandma in the one time, like she had wood chopped, that wood would be behind the swing. So you had to be careful sometimes not to swing too high because you had that pile of chopped up wood behind it, So then you open the door, you go in the house. So if you go in the house, you see the green door, the silver screen door, open the door. And I think, no, she had that smile sign in the middle room of the house. But you open that door and to the right, you see the bed. And that bed on the side over there on the wall was the air conditioner. As you keep going, it's still to the right, you see that dresser drawer with the mirror. And then like as you're heading towards the middle room, so you're going to the left, but you'll see in the middle of that living room, you'll see that stove there. She had a stove there in the mantel. Then if you going forward to the next room on the left, you'll see the door where you hang your coats all the time. That white door with the coat hanger, and then you come in, and then you see like she had like I guess like a little trunk or whatever it was. It would hold stuff like a little table or whatever. And then to the right, she had a couch, and then she moved that bar around different spots she had against the wall, like to the right. Or if you're going forward, it would be straight. It would be to the right. if you're going heading towards the kitchen, that bar would be on the right. But yeah, like her VCR collection, she had a cabinets, VCR cabinets right there. If you go into the kitchen, it would be on the left. She had them stacked on top of each other, and the TV would be over there too, to the left as well. Her TV, you know, and her stereo would be over there as well. No, yeah, her stereo would be over there. It was two cassette, tape deck, two tapes, tape deck. Then you go in the kitchen, you know. Kim said I put the slam dunk in the three-peat winner. Mac McClung. Oh yeah. Hey, that's his name, Mac McClung. Okay. In the three-peat winner. In the with the three-peat winner. Okay. But yeah, if you go in that kitchen, so then you go in the kitchen, the table to the right will be the table. I love that table. Grandma still had that table when she moved to the new house. She still had that same table. That I love that table. I remember when I was little, I used to play under that table. Yeah, she always saw that lazy Susan, the little spin thing. She had a coffee thing up there, sugar, salt, and pepper, all that spin around. I remember sitting up there playing with that, making it spin. See how fast I can make it spin. She never seen me do it, but I'll be sitting there making that thing spin. See how fast I can make it spin. Without the bottles and stuff, the salt and pepper stuff not flying off of it. But as you go in the kitchen and to the left, Grandma had that big freezer. I mean, that big giant freezer. It was white too, with a long brown handle on it. And you also could have a key to lock it. I remember she used to have a key and lock that freezer too. But I also remember in the summertime, Grandma would make lemonade. She would take like real lemons. My mom would do it too. She'd take those real lemons and roll them. She would make it fresh. And what she would do after she fixed the lemonade on the table, she would take that pitcher and put it into that big freezer and let it get really cold, And then the regular refrigerator was on the as you in the kitchen by the table. The refrigerator is on the right, that white refrigerator, and then the sink was right next to it in the middle, and her stove was on the far left on the wall. It was a gas stove, and then she had if you're heading towards the bathroom going straight, the cast iron stove was on the left where she would put wood in, keep the house warm in the wintertime. And the other sink was like behind that, like next to that stove. So if you're heading towards the bathroom, it's like she had like this little cabinet with this little net or whatever, curtain or whatever over it. And then you head to the bathroom would be on the right. And like on the left, she had like another cabinet. But if you back up to the middle room, next to the TV and her VCR storage cases, she had a cabinet, I don't know, on wire, whatever you call it. She stored her clothes in there. But yeah, I know that house. Kim says Brunson fouled out. Boston ahead by 23 points with 6 minutes left. But yeah, I remember that house cleared. Remember Granddad's house with my mom when they all grew up. I still see that house clear as day. Wow. A lot of times, I just close my eyes and I don't think about it. It's like my memory, those memories, that memory will just come to me. I like right now I'm talking, I still see that house the way it was. Like I see my tent out there in Granddad's in the front yard. That tent my mom got from off a finger hut. It was a brown tent. I still remember that tent. We put that tent up. I see Granddaddy's his table is like a metal table. It's black with like these little holes in it or whatever. And it had an umbrella you could put in the middle of it with the little metal chairs and stuff, I still see Uncle Daryl's old VW in the driveway. It's in my head. I see it. It's like still like a normal day. It's like it's still going on. It's like nothing changed. So I see his old VW station wagon, whatever. It's like light blue. It's still sitting there up on a brick or something in that drive on the side. Because if you're going Granddaddy's, you're going through that drive to the left, Uncle Daryl's old VW little station wagon, and then there's like another drive to the right. But if you go straight, you head toward the carport. But yeah, I remember But yeah, it was had a lot of fun memories. I told my teacher when I was in school and college. I said, I always like these episodes of memories. That's the thing they always constantly going in my head. Even when I don't have to think about anything. I knew now I know a lot of times people there are things that trigger memories, but but it don't have to be anything to trigger it. It's like they're always constantly flowing. Because sometimes I would catch myself pausing because the memory it just paused and make me stop. I remember telling my teacher about it. He said I had an episodic memory. I just tell him because the memories always coming. Even when I'm in school trying to do my work, the memories was just start. It was like a reel. They just start going. Out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I had a lot of fun memories growing up. Mm-hmm. Kim said, "How fast did she make you spit?" Oh, now wait a minute. That ain't funny. Grandma. Yeah. But yeah. Oh yeah. Now plus, I got grandma's home tapes too. I need to go and fix them up and get them like put on DVD or whatever. Yeah, it ain't funny. I need to take the ones of mama's home movies and get those fixed up, have get them transferred to DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. Cause that's the first time going to the beach. I remember we went to Daytona, so I got my mom's old home movies reels. We went down to Florida, Daytona. We went to Disney World, but you can see my mom was with the camera, the Super 8 camera. The brand is Shannon, and she had a microphone, and it's really cool how she had the microphone recording because you could hear in the background, you can hear the ocean waves going, and the recording is really good too. It sounds really good because I got a projector, and I could hear the ocean waves. It just sounded so good. It was just cool. My mom did that. It was real cool. She did that. And just you can hear it, and you can see me the first time at the beach. You see me running up and down in the beach water. It was at the Daytona beach. Yeah. You see me playing in the water. I need to get that fixed up so maybe I can use that in my new intro. You see me running in the beach water or whatever, Daytona Beach, But yeah, that was really cool though. And there's like another Super 8. Now there's a Super 8 reel I had from my mama's, but it must have deteriorated because obviously the film was developed. I mean, I played that reel over and over and over and over. I did not see not one thing of anything on it. I said, there's no way this can be blank. I played this reel over and over because I remember my mama, we got back from Florida or whatever. My mama had the reels developed, sent off or whatever, and came back, and she had the movie projector, and you could see where we were at the swimming pool, and like going down the sliding boards or whatever, and you could see my mom I remember when she rewinded back. I thought it was funny watching us in reverse. I cannot figure out where that reel is at. I know she said one time there's another reel somewhere else, but I wonder if that was the reel from Florida, because the only one you see is like the beginning. You see me calling my cousin's name out, and you see me running, my Uncle Darryl, my mama, all of us. It's like a few minutes, but yeah, you see us at the beach on Daytona, But yeah, it's like, man, that was really fun. I do remember that, and I got a picture too where you see me. I think it had to be at least 4, and you see me. I think my dad had that Dodge, old Dodge Magnum. It was a silver car, and the top was like maroon or burgundy, whatever you want to call it. That was a really nice car, and the interior was burgundy or maroon or whatever. It was I really liked that Dodge car. That was a nice car, that Dodge. I like to get one to find that car myself and get one and trick it out. Get that same car. That's the thing I've been wanting to do, get all the cars I grew up riding in, get them, collect them, and fix them up, trick them out a little bit, But yeah, in that picture, you see me outside standing. My mama took the picture with the Polaroid, and I remember sitting on top of the picture, on the top of the car, the roof. I said that you can see that aluminum foil. That tell me my mama had some fried chicken. She had some fried chicken. Yeah, she get those little drumettes, have that cooler red, that igloo cooler. It'd be red with the white handle, with the white top. She always kept that cooler loaded with ice, drinks and stuff. But I remember that chicken in that aluminum foil, them drumettes was good. Mm-hmm. We were going on vacation. Gotta have that chicken. Get that chicken, have that bread in there. Those drumettes and that bread. You good to go. Have it wrapped up in aluminum foil, eating it, tearing it up. Chicken crumbs everywhere. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we used to have fun all the time. Go on those family reunions or just to the beach, Virginia Beach. I think Virginia Beach is like my number one. But between Virginia Beach and Daytona, so I guess Daytona was the first beach I went to. So Daytona, I guess, would be first name. But Virginia Beach, I love Virginia Beach to death. We used to go to Virginia Beach all the time. I think the first time I remember going was like summer second grade. Me and my folks and my aunt and my cousin, we all went to Virginia Beach. We stayed somewhere. I don't know. It wasn't a hotel. It was somewhere, rented a place or something, stayed for a couple of days. It was so much fun. I remember that. Of course, I know we then another time we went to Virginia Beach. Me and my folks, we went to Virginia Beach, and I remember I kept seeing all these commercials of Busch Gardens, like the Big Bad Wolf ride and all this, and Busch Gardens over and over and over. I know I got excited. So then I know we left. So after we get ready to go home, packed up, going home, we were riding and riding. I couldn't figure out where we're going. I kept looking at the signs. I was like, I don't know where we're going. It just looked strange, looked funny to me. Next thing I know, it said Busch Gardens. And I guess my dad surprised me. We went to Busch Gardens. We sure did. That was the first time I would say it was summer second grade, I think, or third grade. But yeah, I remember we went to Busch Gardens. Mm-hmm. Went to King's Dominion. King's Dominion was fun too. Been to Carowinds, Six Flags over Georgia, Six Flags, Disney World. I remember going to Disney World too. One of the clearest memories I got from Disney World that I can recall, and they constantly come back to me all the time, trying to recall what I can from that, being for my memory. I think we had to be in the. I was thinking it was in the Disney Castle, but I started piecing stuff together because there's some old footage I saw on YouTube. You can find it's the Mickey Mouse review. So I think it had to be that the Mickey Mouse review. So what it is, Mickey Mouse is a music conductor, and what it is, it starts off. You go into the theater. I think it had to be that, because I do remember hearing Donald Duck saying Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and by seeing that Mickey Mouse's review, it must have been that, because what it is, Mickey Mouse would come up from under the stage. No, you would see the symphony, all like the Disney characters would come up, the symphony from under the stage. They all had the instruments. And then next thing last, you would see Mickey Mouse coming up from under the stage because he was the conductor. Then he would instruct the band. Everybody start playing the symphony. He was the conductor. He had on his penguin tails outfit, and they would start playing. So I think it had to be in a theater, because I was thinking somehow it was a castle. And I just remember the thing I remember, like somehow going in, and I kept remember like stuff was just revolving. And I couldn't figure out, why am I moving around? Why is this moving around doing this? I was just trying to make out what everything was going on. I didn't know what was happening. I just know, I knew I was just spinning and everything was just turning. And I remember hearing Donald Duck. So it had to be that Mickey Mouse's music review or whatever, It was really fun. And what else? Oh, the other memory I had was we went to Snow White ride. What stood out to me the most was we went through the haunted woods like in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and you see all the trees and stuff. Next thing you know, you saw this cat jump out, the Wicked Witch's cat, and you see the Wicked Witch. I remember that was the scariest part, the memory that stood out to me, because when we went back in July 1990, that memory came back. And I remember I was ready for that cat this time. I was much older. I was like in the seventh grade. I was ready for that cat this time in that old witch, you know. I was little, but I was ready for him this time. You know, I was ready to take both of them on. And as you before you get on the ride, you're waiting in line, you can hear Snow White singing, I'm wishing, and whatever. You can hear her, you can see there's the wishing well over there, and you hear the music playing. You hear her singing Snow White. So that was me remembering. So that was July 90. And I remember me and my mom got on the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea ride. And then, of course, there was a sign saying no flash photography because the pictures wouldn't come out right. Because I saw somebody with a camera trying to take a picture. We in the submarine underwater. They taking pictures of under the water and stuff, you know. I remember seeing some guy with his camera. He took a picture anyway. You know. Then we went to Fantasyland. We went to Tomorrowland, where we got inside this rocket where we were about to take off. I remember gravity took over, like it was lifting us up or something in Tomorrowland. But we went in Fantasyland. We went to the Hall of Presidents, and at that time, I think it was Bill Clinton. It had to be because at that time it was Bill Clinton. You know, because when you go into the Hall of Presidents, it's really nice. It's animatronics, you know. So when you go in, when it kicks off, the first one, what it does is it introduces all of the presidents from George Washington on to down who the current one. So at that time it would have been Bill Clinton. I think so. It would have been Bill Clinton or Bush. 1990. Who was president in 90? I think it had to be Bill Clinton. Or it might have been Bush. Let me see. 1990 president. So it would have been Bush. Yeah, so it would have been Bush at that time. It wasn't Clinton. So the way I remember it, they would introduce all the presidents, and then you hear a speech from Abraham Lincoln. They still do it. Abraham Lincoln, I think he recites something from the Gettysburg Address or something. Other other than the current president, it's always Abraham Lincoln who talks, but none of the other presidents would talk unless they were current president. But Lincoln would be the only one of the non-current presidents, you know. But Bush said something or whatever. But it was just cool to see the animatronics, you know, the Hall of Presidents. So I guess I seen it when Bush was there, 1990. And then we went back in '07. Me and my mom went. Grandma and my dad, they stayed back. So we went to the Hall of Presidents. So '07, it would have been, who was president in '07? Was it, president in '07. President 2007. Another Bush. So two Bushes. So I've seen two Bushes and both George Sr. and Jr. And then that last time we went, it was Obama. Obama was the last president I got to see. So I guess I missed Bill Clinton. I never got to see Bill Clinton. Yeah. So the thing is, they got all the presidents up from Washington to the current president. So it's crazy how much room they have to keep making for all those presidents. Because they show everyone, because in the announcement, they'll introduce every president and they'll bow or do a hand gesture or something when those presidents are the whole. And I think Morgan Freeman does the introduction, the voice, the narration of the story or something. You hear him introduce and bring it in. Morgan Freeman. It sounds like it's his voice. Or somebody close to similar sounding like him. But yeah, the Hall of Presidents is the place to go. Mm-hmm. And like so Fantasyland, that's where the Cinderella Castle is. Cinderella Castle. You actually can I know you actually can stay overnight inside of the Cinderella Castle. I've actually seen it. The inside of it. People could stay inside of it. I think the original intent of the Cinderella Castle was Walt Disney was going to make it his home. Because I saw the ground plans. He was going to make that his home. He had an elevator, everything. You see an elevator shaft, everything inside of that Cinderella castle. He was gonna make it his home to live there. The Cinderella castle. So that's the Cinderella castle is in Disney World, and the Sleeping Beauty castle is in Disneyland, Anaheim, California. So Disney World's in Orlando, Florida. Mm-hmm. And of course, Universal is down there as well. It's a Universal in California also. California knows how to party. In the city of good old Watts. I think the Kennedy Space Center is down there too in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. But Florida's got a lot of nice places, you know. Kennedy Space Center. Yep, NASA Space Center, Florida. Where at in Florida? Merritt Island. It's Visit Center in Brevard County, Florida. Kennedy Space Center Visitor Center Complex. Yeah. Space Commerce Way, Merritt Island, Florida. Yeah. The one thing I wish we cut when we were down in Florida in 1990, I thought we were gonna make it in Universal because I remember seeing the billboards for Back to the Future. I wanted to get on that. I wanted to ride it so bad, and that's that time when King Kong was there too. But they done shut it down since. But at that time, it was big. Back to the Future to ride. Oh, but ET is still there at Universal. I rode ET. Mm, mm, mm. But ET was ET, and I think at the beginning, I think if you told the people your name or whatever it was at the end of the ride, ET would say your name at the end of the ride. I got a recording of it because I had my handheld, my camcorder in my hand recording it too, the footage. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. ET. Mm, mm, mm. ET was a fun ride. And it's cool as you're riding on the ride, you get to see ET's homeland, his homeland, all his family, whatever, as you passing on that ride. We also rode the Peter Pan ride, which was really fun. That was a fun itself. I like how we were riding over London like Peter Pan and then flying over like Big Ben. We were flying over the city. Mm-hmm. I think we were riding like was it on a carpet? I don't know, like something kind of like a carpet or something. I can't remember, but it was fun. But Universal and Disney World are really fun places to check out. So I know they added on a lot of new stuff since we've been there. Uh, they added Hagrid's roller coaster at Harry Potter's down at Harry Potter at Universal Studios. Of course, the Universal Monsters are down there. The little Minions got their own place. It was closed. We were gonna go, but it was closed. The Transformers had a ride. I remember we rode it like 2 or 3 times down there at Universal. And the place where Back to the Future, the same spaces there and the ride and stuff is there, but they just repurposed it and made it. It was not Men in Black, but it was Krusty the Clown ride. It's the same machinery and stuff they used for Back to the Future, but it was Krusty the Clown ride. It was The Simpsons, which was really fun. Yep. The Simpsons. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. But yeah, hey Kim, I like to see the Knicks play see the Pacers, watch the Pacers beat the Knicks down. Beat the Knicks down. Beat them down. Beat down. mm, 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 mm. Closer. Dun, 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 Closer. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, the Knickerbockers. The Knickerbocker. Nickelodeon. The Knicks. I miss the days when the Bulls and the Knicks played. Kim says, Universal Studios ride. I like the best. I didn't ride the Spider-Man ride. I didn't get to it. I think we went there for 2 days. That second day we went, it was raining too. A lot of stuff was kind of closed because of the rain. We were going to ride the what's that rock and roll roller coaster. You know, rock and roll. It was closed because it rained. A lot of stuff was closed because of the rain. I remember that second day we went at Universal. A lot of people I worked with talk. They said they kind of like Universal better than Disney World. Like there's more stuff to explore. Now, the only thing I haven't been at Disney World, I went to Fantasyland, Tomorrowland. I don't think I still haven't made it to the Animal Kingdom. That's the one I haven't made to Animal Kingdom and Animal Kingdom was Adventureland. I think that's where the Pirates of the Caribbean is. The Pirates of the Caribbean ride is at. Yeah. Close, but yeah. But you know, fantasy Disney World always be, I think, maybe number one probably because that's the first. That's the first amusement park I guess I recall going to. That memory from we went to Florida back in 80, 81, 80, 81. Yeah. Mm-hmm. From what I remember of it, and I just remember that feeling too. Like after we went to Disney World, I still that feeling came over me. I just felt I know I was just having a lot of fun because I remember it seemed like the sun had set it or whatever. It was at night. I just remember looking at the blinds and whatever, and I just remember like I just know I had fun. Whatever happened, I knew I had fun. I just remember that feeling. You know, I knew I had some fun. And it was just something that I first time something like that ever happened to me. You know, when we went to Disney World. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Good old Disney World. But this time, that time we went back in 16. I think I did get to see Tinkerbell fly across the castle. Yeah, you see Tinkerbell fly across the castle. Now I've seen old footage like from Disneyland, the original Tinkerbell who flew over the castle. You see when Disneyland at first opened or whatever, it's at nighttime. Next thing you know, you see Tinkerbell flying over the castle. It was a real Tinkerbell flying around. Well, like the when the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea opened up in Disneyland. When they showed the ride when it first debuted, like opened up, they had real ladies as mermaids in the water. Yeah, they were actually. So as the submarine is going through the water, you can see the mermaids under the water waving. And this is the old footage. I remember watching this. You can see the mermaids in there in the water waving. They waving just under the water waving. Like, man, they're really good holding their breath or whatever. That they were waving. Of course, you know that was all man-made. The ocean, it wasn't no real lake like all those lakes and stuff at Disney World. It was all man-made. Walt Disney, all that was made, man-made. It wasn't those natural lakes. It was all made because, and that's the thing with Walt Disney. He had all those earth movers. I saw the footage too. All the earth movers he had taking down trees and everything, trying to clear that lot. I never seen so much work. And that was I don't know how many acres and acres that was. Walt Disney bought boatloads of acres. And he had all those he had tons of earth movers to clear all those trees and make all the progress to seeing it, how they chopped all those trees and everything down, building those lakes, making those railroads for the train, building the monorail, everything, the layout. You talking about somebody with a vision. I mean, all of the stuff, how much money it cost him. And he had to be secretive about that because he was buying land. He had to do that, be secret so nobody could find out what he was doing for Disney, buying Disney, land to create Disneyland. He was secret about it. He was bidding on land, and he had to. So I think he went in debt. Walt Disney went in debt buying all that land. So what he did, I think he made a deal with ABC, and that's how his show and stuff got on air. He made a deal with contract with ABC, and his Walt Disney World, Walt Disney show and stuff. he made money, so he made all that money back to pay all that stuff off. Because him and ABC made a deal, with his TV show, so he was good to go. Making money, ABC, and paying all his debt off and stuff. It was a big gamble, and it paid off too. You know, he saw his vision. He's willing to go in the hole in debt because he saw, something he think would work, and he he rolled the dice, and it turned out really good. Cause Disneyland opened July 1955. So Disneyland will be this July. Disneyland will be 70 years old. Yeah, this July Disneyland will be 70 years old. July 55. So Disneyland will be 70 years old. Mm-hmm. And also, I got footage too of. I got so much footage too. You can see Art Linkletter being a host at Disneyland. It's some kind of Disney parade or whatever it was, or the opening of Disneyland. Art Linkletter, who does Candid Camera, he was the host. Art Linkletter. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it was really fun to watch. Art Linkletter from Candid Camera. But yeah, Disney World's always, that was the thing about Walt Disney. He was a visionary. He was always seeing it. He was ahead of his time for all that stuff he came up with. My gosh, and like Small World too. Small World was fun to ride, I like how Robin Harris made that joke about baby kids going to Small World. They jumping out the boat, cut Donald Duck's feet off. We use these when we go swimming. Putting his feet in their back pocket. Baby kids. Yep. All right, I guess I'm gonna get off of here. It's been a long day. I just thought I'd try to get some time here on my channel for my stream. Okay. I'll drop the link. Kim says you drop the link. Yes, I can talk about those Knicks. Those Knickerbockers. Those Knickerbockers. The Knicks. There's the link. So I can dog those links, not links, Knicks. Sausage links, Knicks. All right, Kim, there's the link. Okay. Oh, what's up, Kim?
Hey. I was just going to talk to you for a couple of minutes because I just got upstairs. I was watching the game, and then I was cooking, and then I was cleaning the dishes, and I finally got upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. You know what? You got to consider. I think I hear echo. Let me see what I can do. Consider perhaps some days playing some of those games that we used to play. That was fun, and you got a lot of people that would come in and play with us.
Yeah, I got some stuff. This lady, what show was it? Was it not the beer craft show? It was a lawyer convention that came through, and the lady had a game. They played Jeopardy. She set it up, and she used PowerPoint. I told her,
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
I remember I was amazed. I asked about that. So she actually sent me the link. I got the link. So that's something I got to get some time where I can set the game up because I actually want to do that where we can play Jeopardy. I think it'd be cool to do something to do every week if I can get back to it. If I get the time where I'm not rushing or whatever. But yeah, I got that link. And I saw it's a link where you can go and set up games for like teachers use it all the time to make learning fun. And she sent it to me. I was like, well, it was really cool. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because that way you can get, more of your watch hours and
Yeah.
to have fun at the same time.
Yeah, I gotta get it back in. I do miss it. Yeah, I just been I just been working crazy. I'm trying I'm trying to get back there.
I'm a little tired, but I just been kind
Yeah.
of burnt out. But I'm trying to get back around to it because
Yeah.
I got some. Oh, I have to set an example for my team, and so I need to be out there. But lately, I went through. I was just trying to help out with my family, and things were just going wrong, and I was just like, it made me not want to focus on that.
Yeah, it takes your energy. It can take your
Oh,
energy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know how it is. Yeah.
and then I found out. I mean, I'm thankful for it, but my son, he had been having headaches and things. Well,
Mhm.
found out he's got hypertension, high blood pressure.
Oh, from all the headaches and
Yeah.
stuff.
So I said, well, he smokes on and off, and he stopped smoking, and then he started back when he gets stressed out. So he took the cigarette pack and threw it in the garbage, and I said, okay, that's a start. And
Yeah.
um, he's trying to eat better now, so he'll eat what I'm cooking. So like yesterday, we had some salmon and
Hmm.
some lemon and basil um, rice. And then
Oh, okay.
the day before, we had some chicken stir fry with vegetables.
Right.
And today was the only day I really didn't want to do it, but my husband had taken out what he wanted to eat. So it was already thawed. He had a bunch of pork chops. So
Yeah.
likes his fried. So I fried, let me see, how did I do it? I think I was gonna fry three, but I fried up four of them for him because I stay away from pork
Mm-hmm.
much as I can. And then I took the Ninja Foodie Grill and I just I air crisp, you know, those in there. It was two big ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so my son ate one of those, and then um what did he have with it? Oh, just had some regular rice with some butter on it and some pepper.
Yeah.
Um, and then I had a salad. I had a kale salad. So I'm like, okay, this might not be what you had your taste buds set for, but it's
Mm-hmm.
up.
Yeah.
Then that's what you start to want. You know,
Yeah.
because I know for me, fried foods, because I've been staying away from them. When I eat them, they just taste so greasy to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, so hopefully I can get my husband to come on board because I know he doesn't want like when he made some lamb chops last week, and I was so happy because he baked mine,
Yeah.
and I said thank you. You know, so because I have some on all that. I'm trying to I'm trying to be healthy and live as long as I can in a healthy manner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Feeling good. Yeah. Eat healthy, go. That's what I've been trying to do. My lunch, bringing it every day. And like not having no heavy meal after lunch, coming back and feeling sleepy or whatever. Because I don't like that. If I'm gonna eat something really good, I'll just be at home that way. I ain't no I ain't gotta go back to work or whatever.
I got you.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
you preparing your lunch?
Yeah, I've been in the habit. I take it every day with me. Yeah, I sure do.
All right. Good.
Feeling
Good
good.
for you, Shannon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you know what? I know you've already recognized how much money you saving.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been. I see a difference too in my money. Yeah, I like how one of my other buddies said he got more jingle jangle now. Hmm. Jingle jangle, yeah, that's true. because he said, because we had this conversation last week, me and my buddy, we were talking, sitting down, because he had his lunch buggy with him too. He said he's so glad he bring his peanut butter jelly sandwich or whatever. It's so much better because he know exactly what he's getting is better than fast food, whatever, more healthier than he was saying. Yeah, you have he know exactly what he's getting and eating. He'll eat it and he wants it, and plus saving money and everything. Yeah, a lot of people I know at work were doing it before me, bringing their own lunch, bringing what they have from home and eating it, versus going out, walking somewhere and spending money, Because I had another conversation with somebody else. They were saying he was just playing along, go with them out to eat. And after he saw how much it was like $30, he was like, it's cutting into his bill money. He can't go out no every day. He'd do it maybe once in a while here and there, but not no every day. I mean, I wouldn't spend no $30. It was just steak and shake. But I say, even there, I'm tired of giving up my money for that. So I have not been to a steak and shake in 2-3 weeks. It's getting close to a month. It's like once I get on the road with something and don't do it, I just I keep going and going. Then it's like I don't miss it or nothing. Like I haven't been to Arby's in over a month, which I haven't done. Of course,
They're gonna all be calling you. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like this year, this September, it'd be 2 years since I haven't ate hamburgers from McDonald's or Burger King. I haven't ate nothing from burgers, anything from Burger King or McDonald's. And I still like McDonald's. I'll still get something small like a McChicken or a tea or something, but it's nothing big, because it's like. But
Mm-hmm.
I will mess with Chick-fil-A though. I like Chick-fil-A. I'll get that grilled chicken or that club number 7. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that lemonade too.
That's my favorite, the lemonade.
Yeah.
And I like the carrot salad.
Hmm. Carrot salad. I don't think I
Mm.
get the Cobb salad. I love that Cobb salad.
Oh no, no. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me reiterate. It's carrots and raisins, like julienne carrots and then raisins, and they mix it up so it's a little bitty, like a side, like a
Okay.
side salad or something.
Yeah.
You know, and I like that. Guess what I tried the other day? My husband brought it. I was like, you don't normally stop. He can't he don't like Popeye's chicken, but he brought some Popeye's chicken home,
What? Oh.
and he brought me a side of their mac and cheese. I never liked these fast food places mac and cheese. Guess what? It wasn't bad.
It was what?
It wasn't bad at all.
Okay.
It was pretty good. I was shocked. I said, ah.
Feeling
So yeah, that's pretty good. Um, but yeah, I don't get burgers from McDonald's
kind
anymore. I hardly get anything from there anymore. I will if we're in a tight space
yeah.
get the breakfast. I might get like my husband. I get the big breakfast with the hot cakes um
Hmm.
and all the sausage and everything. I like the breakfast burrito, but and I like the McGriddle.
Okay.
But that McGriddle is sweet, and that's why I like it. And that's why I don't get it no more. Because the muffin, like it's not a regular English muffin. It's some kind of muffin, and it tastes like maple syrup. So
Hmm.
you, they douse it with something, make it taste like
Yeah.
maple syrup. And I'm like, I know this is bad, but
Hmm.
I do. Um, they used to have, I think some places have it. They used to have the steak biscuits, and those were pretty good.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I try to. I don't. When we was in Vegas, we
Yeah.
ate we ate breakfast McDonald's. more than we've ever done before because we was, out there and
Yeah.
we we was busy trying to get things together.
Yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, but my favorite breakfast sandwich, and I haven't had them probably in 2 3 years, is Burger King's crust sandwich.
Hmm.
I really like that croissant, and
Yeah.
they have it toasted and warm. And I don't like they sausage though, so I get bacon, but I have to end up getting extra bacon because they don't put enough bacon on it. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah. But I haven't, like I said, it's been at least 2 years. It's it's a little out of the way for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad that I'm starting to take it more seriously again, and I'm doing it a lot because of my son, and I'm trying to help him because he works, and I know he doesn't eat breakfast in the morning. I don't know what he eats when he gets there,
Yeah.
but at least when he gets back home, I have something that's healthy for him, and no mess.
Yeah.
So I said it kind of reminds you of the old days, right? And he was like, "Yeah, I remember, Ma. You always had something, ready that was healthy. We always had a vegetable. We always had this. We always had."
Yeah.
And then I would tell, I would try to make just enough for everybody, and then my husband would say, "Is there any more?" And I would say, "No, no, that's it." He would get up and go look, and then he would get some, and then here go my son. Well, he got some. Can I get some? I'm like, oh, see, this is ridiculous. Y'all not eat too much. So yeah, it's all good. Well, yeah, Shannon, see if you can get. Oh, you were saying you wanted to talk about the Knicks. Uh, the Knicks was looking so sad today. I was like, oh, they they killed it the other games, and I was just like, the way they came back, they were 20 down or 30 down, I think, at one time. I think my husband said 20, and they came back and tore it up. So I said, well, you know, they just the Celtics just went and had a discussion with themselves and said, "Eh, can't let it go out like this. We can't do that." So they tore it up today. So now it's a series. I hate a series where they just blow somebody out, don't you?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember uh it was the 95 series, uh
Hmm.
Magic and the Houston Rockets. Uh the Rocket fans had brooms saying sweep, saying they were sweep the Magic with Shaq on it. Oh, Shaq said, I mean, he talked about it. He said he didn't like that. He was really pissed they did that too, you know, because they swept them. The Houston Rockets took them down, took Shaq and, Hakeem Olajuwon them because they won 2 championships because that's when Jordan was gone,
Hmm.
you
What are you gonna get mad for? It was the truth. But they
know.
got swept. It's like that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was just like what they just got all 4 games and they didn't have to do a fifth.
Yeah.
They took it. Mm.
That's the first time I ever saw something like that. They had brooms. I remember seeing that too. They had brooms showing sweep. Oh wow. They gave it to them too. The Rockets gave it to the Magic.
So the Rockets fans had the broomstick.
Yeah. The Rockets fans kept saying sweep.
I
Mhm.
wonder if they gave. They probably brought their own brooms, and the people let them bring it in.
Ain't no telling, probably. Hey, it was too funny.
And that got upset.
Yeah, he brought it up, inside NBA or whatever stuff. He was talking about that. It was something he was bringing up old games or whatever and talking about the sweep. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying he got mad there. I'm like, man, go sit down someplace. What you talking about? Don't be no sore loser.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I just wanted to holler at you before you got off? Because I heard you. I said, oh, shoot, I had just put it in there. You said, I'm giving it a go.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Oh,
do the research, Shannon, or if
yeah,
it's
I
not
will. I
that,
gotta do
something
something.
else, you know.
Yeah,
And then that way we can get some more people in here.
yeah. I gotta get myself in there. If I yeah, yeah, I gotta find. Yeah, I gotta start when I get my free time to put more time and go play with that, get that going because I really want to get that running, get that up and running. Hmm.
Sounds good. Anything? No, because I know you didn't you do the what was that you used to do? Um oh, remember that game where you had to get the words from the letters?
Yeah, it was. I can't think of it, but yeah, that word game. I know exactly what you're talking about because the blocks would flip or
Yeah.
whatever. Uh huh.
That was
That was
fun.
fun.
Remember we used to be racing each other? That was funny.
Yeah,
Ah.
I gotta get that back. Start having game night. Yeah, really get it going. Hmm.
Right, at least for a little while. It don't have to be the whole time, but it's up to you how you want to do it.
Yeah.
But I know you enjoyed that. You used to be, especially when you got the first one. It's like, I used to crack up. I'm like, listen at you.
Yeah.
So it's all good. All right, man. You take care. Have a great night, you and your mom, and anybody else in the bushes. And I'll talk to you soon.
All right. I appreciate it coming on. All right. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, Kim. All right. So thank my mom, Miss Kim's, Blaine Bar coming on. I appreciate y'all coming on tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna get off of here. So till next time, next week, 7 o'clock. Boom. All right, mom. I love you. I'll try to probably give you a call tomorrow. Well, tomorrow. All right. I'm out of here. Mm.